In the summer of 2016, I had the incredible opportunity to do a nationwide tour of all of the summer opera festivals. And the very first stop on that summer tour was in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I took my seat going to this brand new opera I'd never heard of. Let me tell you, by the end of that evening, I was a complete puddle of tears. It was the first time I'd actually seen a story on the stage that resonated with me in a just a profoundly powerful way. It was my story. It was a story of the LGBTQ community. Fellow Travelers is passionate, a story of forbidden love, of betrayal, of political intrigue, of the height of the McCarthy era, kind of lavender scare of the 1950s, which is a really dark chapter in American history. And it's a story that needs to be told. It's a story that so many of us didn't learn in school. Certainly, in my 40 years on this planet, it was not a part of my American history classes. And I didn't learn about the Lavender Scare, which affected so many gay and lesbians in the State Department in Washington, D.C., people that lost their jobs, lost their livelihood, lost the loves of their lives, were outcasts from their communities, from their families, from their churches, just because of who they wanted to love. This story is so important to tell because we need to know. We need to know that this happened. Gregory Spears, the composer of this work, grew up in our community. He's from Virginia Beach, Virginia, in fact. And his earliest experiences into the world of opera were attending student night at the opera at the Harrison Opera House in Norfolk, Virginia, back in the 1990s. Greg Spears' music has been compared to Puccini and Broadway and Monteverdi and like all these different kinds of styles of music. I think you can expect an amazingly beautiful score, just truly lyrical and rich and just so accessible and inviting into this powerful storytelling world. For anyone that watches television, watches Netflix, has seen House of Cards, or goes to the movies and sees films like Brokeback Mountain, Call Me By Your Name, any forbidden love story and a story of political intrigue, of betrayal, of persecution, of any of these themes, you're going to find a way in. It's a universal story. No matter your gender, your sexuality, your political persuasion, your religion, these themes are timeless and they're relevant to anyone sitting in that audience. I truly believe in the power of opera to transform lives, and I think it can do that through the incredible singing, through the powerful singing, and through the really passionate storytelling, and telling stories that maybe we've never heard before. I don't think opera is a museum art form. It's a living and breathing, ever-evolving art form. There are pieces being written every day of the week. And the fact that this piece has had such resonance in its 6 short years of existence is telling. It's a very, very, very powerful work of music and storytelling. And I just know our audiences are going to be riveted from start to finish. And you're going to find all kinds of meaningful connections to this story to add value to your own life.